Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do after brushing my teeth is walk straight to the coffee pot. I pour myself a hot, rich cup of coffee to start the day off. On the way out the door, I grab my to-go cup and fill it up. After a long drive to work, I pour myself another heaping cup of coffee. How many milligrams of caffeine do you think I have drunk at this point? According to the Mayo Clinic, a healthy amount of caffeine for an adult is 200 to 300 milligrams each day, which equals 2 to 4 cups of coffee. By the time I have had my third cup of coffee, I have almost reached my limit, and it is only 9 a.m. With the increasing popularity of energy and coffee drinks, you need to be aware of how caffeine can affect you. Today, I will tell you the items that contain caffeine and the positive and negative effects it can cause. You would be surprised by the food and drink items that contain caffeine and the amount. A typical cup of coffee contains 50 to 90 milligrams of caffeine depending on the brew type. Energy drinks have the highest amount of caffeine at 160 to 200 milligrams. Other types include lattes and cappuccinos at 100 to 150 milligrams. Tea, water, and soda are 50 milligrams. Gum and candy are 100 milligrams, and medication are 130 milligrams. With the rising amounts of food and drinks that contain caffeine, you run the risk of high intake, and this has negative effects. Negative psychological effects consist of depression and, in rare cases, caffeine-induced psychosis. According to an article written in the ABC News, June 21st, 2011, high intakes of caffeine can cause caffeine-induced psychosis, resulting in delusions and hallucinations. There are also considerable amounts of physical effects, including restlessness, loss of sleep, headaches, and heart and stomach problems. In September 16, 2013, Huffington Post, Dr. Michael J. Bruce presents information linking caffeine consumption and mortality risk in both men and women. This is a long list of negative effects, so why would anyone want to consume caffeine? Why? Because caffeine, believe it or not, also has positive effects. Psychologically, caffeine is a stimulant, which makes you more alert and aware. According to journalist Mark Adams of the June 1st, 2008 issue of New York Magazine, caffeine can be beneficial when trying to keep up endurance or mental focus. It can also help prevent gallstones, Parkinson's disease, diabetes, cirrhosis of the liver, and Alzheimer's. An article published in the May 4th, 2011 Journal of Physical Chemistry, a theoretical conclusion that caffeine in coffee has antioxidant effects, which can help in preventing heart disease. If you believe that you eat or drink too much caffeine and would like to cut down, there are some simple ways of doing this. Switching to half caffeinated or decaffeinated beverages can cut down in consumption. Reading product labels and not purchasing items containing caffeine can also be helpful when cutting back. According to journalist Mark Adams of the June 1st, 2008 issue of New York Magazine, when trying to cut back on caffeine, withdrawal symptoms can include fatigue, difficulty concentrating, irritability, and headaches. These withdrawal symptoms should last no longer than 12 hours after consumption. I hope that you have taken away information about the negative and positive effects of consuming caffeine. As with other things in life, caffeine can be consumed in moderation. Remember, consuming the recommended amounts, 200 to 300 milligrams per day, can give you positive benefits and can help improve your health. And consuming too much caffeine can be harmful to your health.